Thank you, Tanya. Good evening, everyone. This is the chapel that saved my life, my childhood church in Georgia. It was a hot and muggy Sunday in June, and the suit that I was wearing for my baptism was sticking to my skinny 10-year-old body. I was the last child to be called forward by Pastor Edward Lumpkin. And as I walked down the aisle, I passed the extended family members that were there to support all the boys and girls who were being baptized with me that day. When I got to the front of the church, Pastor Lumpkin put his arms around my shoulder and turned us both towards the congregation and asked, "Where's the family that will stand for this boy?" Only my mother stood. She was my only biological family. Then Pastor Lumpkin again called out to the congregants with a strong voice, "Where is the family that will stand for this boy?" And the entire congregation stood. And they held me. They held me tight for years. They made sure that I would stay on the right path. They stood in for me where my father should have been. I didn't know it then, but this was the beginning of Father's Uplift. Fast forward 20 years, and now Isaac, a 10-year-old boy growing up in Roxbury, and one of our precious kids at Father's Uplift. He has a story that mirrors my own. He is one of the 25 million boys and girls growing up in the U.S. in a father-absent household, and one of 94,000 boys and girls here in Boston. Isaac filled the hole in his life where his father should have been with self-hate and anger. This was showing up in both school and at home. Isaac's mother brought him to Father's Uplift for love, guidance, and a male mentor. This is what happens to boys and girls growing up in households without their fathers or a stable father figure. Poverty rates double. Emotional and behavioral issues increase. High school dropout rates increase, as does crime and prison rates. The reason why fathers aren't engaged in their kids' lives is incredibly complicated and oftentimes overwhelming, and they include relationship issues with the mother, drug abuse, sickness, incarceration. These all add up to shame, guilt, and embarrassment. These mental health barriers prevent fathers from remaining engaged in their children's lives. Enter Father's Uplift. We are the only mental health clinic serving fathers through our individual, family, and societal model. It all begins with mental health therapy, where we work individually with fathers, mothers, and children to address their unique needs. Our father-to-father coaching program gives fathers the tools they need to better parent their children. Our youth enrichment program is where we provide our children with tutoring, cultural outings, mental health services, and mentoring. And with our Father's Homecoming program, we enter the prisons 3 months prior to a father's release to put together a comprehensive mental health plan that takes him from the prison to home and mentally prepares him to embrace his children once he is outside of the gates. And with our Male Engagement Institute, we work to share our curriculum to foster change throughout society, starting with human service agencies and universities. With absent father households costing U.S. taxpayers $99.8 billion in child support enforcement, housing, food, and nutrition programs, Father's Uplift is an excellent social return on investment. costing just over $1,000 per father per year. This is why Fathers Uplift is an excellent community resource. We are a small organization, but we are achieving big results, helping fathers improve their emotional stability through mental health counseling. With a staff of 7 and a tight budget, we are on our way to serving 900 fathers and families this year. But for every father and child we currently serve, there are many more who need our help, and this is where you come in. We need your help to hire more staff therapists in order to triple the number of people we serve. Expanding our community partnerships so that we can replicate our Father's Homecoming program from 1 prison to 3 prisons, reaching out from our clinic in Dorchester into Roxbury and Mattapan, where father absence is most prevalent. We need your help to identify $1.4 million of investment monies to give fathers the strength, the tools, and the support they need to best parent their children. I am proud to announce today that Isaac now has a father figure and a Fathers Uplift clinician in his life named Conrad. They have been a team for the past 12 months. And already Isaac is doing better in school and is showing up weekly to meet with Conrad. Isaac has learned to trust Conrad. Trust that Conrad will hold him tight. So please stand with me as we help fathers get the mental health care they need to be the best fathers possible. Stand with me tonight, please. Stand with me tonight, please. Stand with me. Stand with me. To hold these fathers, boys, and girls. Together we can and we will love them back to life. Thank you.